Hi, I'm Craig from OneFix Limited. Today in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to free up some more space on your computer. We're going to use a program called cCleaner from a company called Piriform. It's basically a freeware piece of software that allows us to free up some space. So you'll see here on my laptop I'm in the red. I haven't got a lot of free space on there. Now I haven't pre-rehearsed this, so I don't know how much space we're going to be able to free up on here with cCleaner, but you can certainly try this on your own computers, and I'm going to show you the settings to use. So first off, we want to open up a web browser. I'm going to use Google Chrome, and what we'll do, we'll go to cCleaner.com, and from here we want to click on the download button. Now they do offer a professional version. Again, if you're going to do lots of cleaning of your computer, it's not a bad way to be. It also will let you clean multiple profiles, whereas this one will only let you clean off space that's used by your currently logged in user. What we'll do, we'll download this from piriform.com directly because it's a little bit quicker. So here we go, it's coming down now. And once we've got it downloaded, we will click to install. Oops, cancel that. There we go. So during the installation I will normally leave most of this stuff ticked. Some people don't like a desktop shortcut, so you can untick that. The one place where you do sometimes get some options on here, sometimes on the installer it will actually ask if you want to install a toolbar or if you want to install Google Chrome, so you may want to uncheck those options because it's again forcing along a bit of extra software that you don't necessarily want. I don't want to view the release notes, so I'll untick that box. Now, this is an option here about cleaning off cookies on the machine. cCleaner will clean off cookies, but it can intelligently scan for cookies that you might want to keep. So we can say yes, recommended, and it will just have a quick look through and try and keep any cookies that we want. In fact, for this session, normally what I do is I don't actually clean off the cookies at all. So because what I want to do is free up space, I don't necessarily want to delete all of my history because this is also a privacy tool. I'm actually going to go through here, I'm going to untick recent documents and all these bits and pieces here under Windows Explorer because I don't want to clean off my document history. I actually like to keep that. Likewise on Internet Explorer, I don't really want to clean my history actually. I want to get rid of the temporary internet files. I'm going to keep my cookies as well. Those bits there I'll normally keep. All of these here are normally fine. Empty recycle bin, just be a little bit careful with that one because obviously if you've got stuff in your recycle bin that you do want, I mean it shouldn't be in your bin, but some people do tend to keep things in there, so just be a bit careful with that one. If I'm running Windows XP, I'll normally click the old prefetch data because that also makes a bit of a speed difference, cleaning out all the old crud, so we'll leave that ticked as well. Windows error reporting, you can clean those off as well if you've submitted them recently to Windows. And if we go to applications, again I'll normally untick anything under here that's Microsoft Office because I don't like to clear out my document history from Office. Everything else I normally leave ticked. If you've got other web browsers, they'll also appear here. So again, I normally will just clear off the internet cache, so I take off the cookies and history because I like to keep those bits and pieces. So that looks pretty good. So what we can do, we can either click Analyze just down here, which will sort of scan through and tell us how much space we're going to clear. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to run it and see how much we actually free up. So we'll get a warning here telling us it's going to permanently delete files from the system, which is fine, that's what we want to do, so we're going to say OK. And you'll see now it's rumbling through, it's deleting out temporary internet files and temporary content. Sometimes the temporary internet files bit can take a little while. It wants to close off Google Chrome to free up some, free the cache so that it can clear that, so that's okay, we'll say yes. And you see it's rumbling through. And there you go, that's quite impressive actually, it's cleaned off 2.6 gigabytes of data off my system. So you can see an awful lot in temporary internet files, and it's worth running this anyway because what you tend to find is with Internet Explorer, even though it might be set to only use 50 megabytes or 200 megabytes for its temporary files, it always seems to use a bit more than that. So I've seen it on some systems where they've had 3 or 4 gigabytes of temporary internet files from Internet Explorer, and bizarrely enough clearing those off actually speeds things up as well. So so you can see there I've freed off some space from my recycle bin, my temporary file, memory dumps. So you know, that's just a really quick process to free up some space. One of the other useful things within this tool, I mean I'm not a fan of registry cleaner, so I don't tend to run that, but if you go into tools here, what you can do is under system restore, it will if you're bringing up on, again certainly on Windows XP, you'll get a list of restore points on the screen here, and you can actually remove some of the oldest oldest points to free up more space. So that was a really quick example of how you can use cCleaner to free up some space on your hard disk drive. If we have a look at my Windows Explorer now, and I'll give it a refresh, there we go, we've got 8.4 gig free rather than the 5 and a bit we had before, so we're still in the red, but we've got a bit more there. So if you want to see more tips and hints, please subscribe to my channel. You'll find a button on the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, we do publish a newsletter that comes out once a month with loads of tips, hints and information about what I do and what we do as a company. You'll find a button on the screen to subscribe. Thanks for now. See ya.